Hey, good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing today? It is a beautiful Monday morning. It's already somewhere about let's see. Let's see what the degrees are is today. It's already kind of warm this morning. It's humid. It's 88 degrees in the beautiful North Florida region. Uh, it's 88 degrees, but it says it feels like 99. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you, when I grew up, either it was 99 degrees or it was 88 degrees. There was no feel like, you know what I'm saying? I still don't understand that. Now, wait a minute. My phone just updated, and now it's saying it's 90 degrees and it feels like 102. Now, I can agree with that because I'm telling you, early this morning, I got up, I watered a little bit. I'm trying to get some things prepped for some liquidation of some things. And I was cleaning up and trying to straighten up some things. And man, that heat is something real. When I tell you that heat is real, that heat is, man, it's pounding, it's real, it's real. Now I wanna tell you all, please be careful. Please be careful out there. I'm hearing that the heat wave is going all the way up to the East Coast. And we got areas that, sometimes in the summertime in Florida, I'd be thinking about, let's see, I'd be thinking about moving north. You know what I'm saying? I'd be thinking like, man, maybe I should just move north and try to balance everything out because the older I'm getting, the more this heat is just like beating me down. And I'm like, I don't know how much of this heat I can take. But then at the same time, I'm looking at northern states, they get beat down too. So I'm looking at, can I stand maybe like 4 to 5 months of tremendous heat? Uh, there's some workarounds. I'm getting better. One of the things, stay hydrated, fam. Stay hydrated. Y'all welcome on in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. If you can hear me and you can see me, please give me a thumbs up. I just want to make sure that I'm not talking to myself. Y'all just don't see my mouth moving, nothing coming out. But that can be beneficial too at the same time. That way you won't really necessarily have to hear me and hear what I got to say. But it is a beautiful Monday morning. I am truly thankful. Put some T's in the chat. If you're thankful, put some T's in the chat. I'm getting ready to put some T's in the chat because I am thankful. We didn't have to be here. We didn't have to wake up this morning. We see a brand new day. We see brand new opportunities. We have everything that God has given us and blessed us with. We have at our disposal. The same thing that a rich man is the same thing that a poor man has. The only difference is some people put fences and put gates around certain things. But understand, when you dig that fence post into the ground, it's the same ground on the other side of that fence. When you have that grass growing on one side, it's the same grass on the other side. One side is cared for and manicured, and the other side is not. And most of the things that are enclosed in that fence is trying to bust out of that fence to escape to the other side. You can put in animals. Every day I ride these country roads, I see these cows and these goats. They just sticking their head. And one, I saw a little goat. He had his head stuck in the fence. And all he had to do was just turn a little bit to the left, and he could have just pulled out. But it's amazing that we want so many things that a lot of times we feel like we don't have access to, but a lot of times we do. We got the same access to it. We just got to tap in. And one of the things that separate us in so many ways is knowledge and information. And with that said, that is the whole strategy, y'all. Every time you click on this channel, every time you go, you're going to experience different parts and different dynamics of not only Eco Neighbor and sometimes Gigi and the Homestead and Eco Nation, right? Eco Nation stand up. Eco Nation stand up. If you Eco Nation stand up, go ahead and put hashtag Eco Nation if you're part of Eco Nation. And thank you, Eco Nation, for being here and present. I appreciate you all. And I see some thumbs up. Okay, Miss Native, how you doing today? And she's thankful. Miss Native thankful, and she can hear me, see me, and she's thankful. She's super duper thankful. Brenda King, how you doing, Miss Brenda King? Good to see you. Good to see you. Family Man says, pick and sound good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad everything is sounding right. Everything is coming through clear. Let me go back up into the chat because I missed you. Kathy B. Grand Rising. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Bless up to you, Kathy B. Good to see you. Good to see you. Country Hustle 101 with the watermelons in your hand. Many blessings to you. Many blessings to you. Love that caption, man. All I'm going to tell you is just to grow. You know, keep on growing. Keep on growing. Good morning. Good morning. That is Urban Garden Chronicles. Many blessings. Bless up all the way, from Jamaica to me, my fam, Bahamas, to Florida, to Georgia, to wherever you are. Many blessings, radiate blessings upon you and everything that you think, feel, and dream of. May they all come into grass, and may you obtain those things that you want to achieve. D. Jackson, Triple T's and the smiling face. Good to see you. Glad to see that smiling face. Good to see you. Sweet Thumb. What's going on, Sweet Thumb? Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Sweet Thumb. Bless up, bless up, bless up. 87 degrees at 8 a.m. It will be a scorcher today. T's in the chat. Triple thankful Kathy B. It sounds like you off to a real start. Like when we were busting like 80 something. First thing in the morning, I woke up. I normally get up around sun time, Gigi's out the door, crack of dawn, and then I'm right there behind her, but I'm here on the Homestead, and I'm trying to tell you, my friends, it was hot, and it's muddy. It's still hot, and it's getting hotter. Now, hopefully, this week we will get some chances of rain. Now, I was corrected by little Gigi, and Gigi telling me we have had some rain within the last 2 months. But I'm talking about rain where more than an inch of dirt is saturated. And I dig a lot in the yard. I move a lot of soil in the yard. And I'm telling you, we may get a little sprinkle too, but nothing saturated. I'm looking at a lot of people going through a lot of rain. Prayers go out to you. A lot of families have been affected. A lot of businesses have been affected, and lives too. So let us keep our thoughts and our prayers with the people that have been affected and just going through what they're going through, working and listening. I appreciate you working and listening. Please stay focused. Make sure safety first. But I appreciate you listening in, Kathy P. Thank you for listening in. Family Man, Triple T's. Bless up, Eco GG and Eco Nation. Perfect timing. I just got off of work. Hey, enjoy yourself, my friend. You done put in the time. Now enjoy yourself, my friend. Same up here in VA. We all melting. Hey, get near some ice. Put some ice on your pulse. Put some ice on your neck. Some ice on your temples. Those places seem to just cool you off. If you don't have any ice, put a cold rag, a damp towel on your pulse, on your temples, around your neck. I don't know what it does, but for me, it just seems to kind of cool me off a little bit. I'm going to scroll on down. If I miss you, I apologize. If not, I want to get to the subject. Want to get to the subject at hand for those who are playing the replay. If you're playing the replay, try not to fast forward because we do want to give you love and give you whatever you have. If you're in the chat, we want to support those in the chat. For those of you hitting replay, thank you so much for playing this once again, catching the replay. We thank you so much. Please be sure to hit the like and comment. I still interact with people well after these lives. I love to hear the dynamics, and we got a bunch of different things we want to address. And there were some posts that we want to go back and we want to readdress. I'm just working on the timing. Just full transparency. Some people have asked about Eco Nation News on Sundays. I've been going through some challenging situations. I've been hospitalized for a few areas of that time. I was in and out of the hospital for about 2 weeks. Serious situation, going through here, whatever. Didn't know what was going on, but God has blessed me. God has allowed me to see another day. Yesterday, I had some other obligations. So for 3 weeks, we've been missing Eco Nation News, but it was not just me just being sorry on my duff. I do want to get back to it, but I do have some lifestyle and some schedule changes, and now it's hard for me to kind of commit to certain things like that because of the timing of these situations. So y'all keep me in prayers. Continue to keep me in prayers. Keep family in prayers. They've been so supportive, and for those of you, Eco Nation, and all of those who are aware of this situation, the ones that have been chiming in and sending, I thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers. Not out of the woods, but at the same time, I'm doing much better, feeling much better. But I'm still here to keep pushing out information, and hopefully it's news that you can use. It may not be on Eco Nation News all the time, but when I can, I will share some information. I got a lot of information that I've constantly reading, constantly studying. And speaking of reading, let me ask you a question. Have you picked up your copy? Have you picked up your copy? Please pick up your copy of this guide. It's just a guide. Now, I am not the guy that is this. Wow, I got deers running around. I'm just looking at deers hopping through. But anyway, this is not the replacement of the great book of life by no means at all. This is just a testimony of the journey. And I put pieces of things in my life where I shared with a guide to show you your purpose. Because one thing, I'm the cultivator. I am the cultivator. I cultivate situations. I kept wondering why in the world I keep going into situations, why in the world I keep being attracted to these turmoil situations, my job, my finance, my life, all of these things. But I realized my purpose, and my purpose showed me that I flourish in environments where the things are maybe going awry, or things may not be doing as well. I'm a improver. I'm a fixer. I'm a person that goes in and look for solutions. I can see solutions when other people are feeling disarray and feeling helpless. I have that blessing gift from the great Father. This guide were things that took me and led me to show me how did I come to that conclusion. And it gives me pure vision, and it helps me with everything I do, from this channel to my life, to my relationships, to everything. It gives me direction and clarity. So I would encourage you, check out on Amazon, check out my personal work of art, The True Living, Cultivating Your Purpose. True Living, Cultivating Your Purpose. You can find on Amazon. Pick up your copy today. I appreciate that. And leave a rating too at the same time. So with that said, we're going to go in the chat and we're going to jump into the topic for today. And let's see, we got a bunch of T's in the chat. We got people thankful. Is that my Renaissance? Yes, it is my Renaissance. Grandma, how you doing, beautiful queen? Good to see you. Good to see you. Bless up to you. Good to see you on this beautiful morning. Let's see. Yes, Eco Nation, stand up. Eco Nation, stand up. That's one of dedicated soldiers right there of Eco Nation. Really appreciate you as always. J3 GS Farm. What's up, my brother? Good to see you, my brother. Always good to see you. Love to see you in the chat. Love to see you online. It's hard to keep up with you because you all over the place. I've just tried my best every now and then to catch up with you. I'll be in the bushes and join. I enjoy your spirit. I enjoy your vibes. You keep you real relaxed, laid back, and then you break us off on that knowledge, and then you share some of your experiences in life, man. Appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, J3GS. Let's see. Rambo, green hands. What's going on? What's going on? Bless up all the way to you. All the way to you. Many blessings, many greetings to you. Let's see. I don't want to miss nobody before I go ahead and jump in. Resilient. Is that resilient? That's a resilient dad, y'all. One of the most supportive brothers on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that super chat. Thank you for tapping in all the way from the Bay. Much respect to you too as well. Much respect, much respect. So, hey, y'all came here for a reason. You saw the title. It's not clickbait. We fixing to go in. We fixing to go in and take a look. We're going to go in and we're going to truly take a look at, there are resources out there, y'all. You don't have to do this by yourself. I'm watching a lot of people get more and more interest in acquiring land and diversifying their portfolio, not only through stock, bonds, CDs, not only through crypto, but they also diversifying some of their portfolio in retirement funds and also creating long-term generational wealth through land ownership. And one of the things that I would like to do is be a part of helping you through your journey, sharing with you some of the things that I have learned over the years and over the decades of acquiring land. I have been a landowner from 23 years old, and I'm 50 now. So that's 27 years old. I think maybe 1 or 2 years out of that, I wasn't, quote, a landowner. But other than that, I've been pretty much a landowner. In many cases, been multiple landowner, not just owning one piece of land, but owning multiple lands at various times. Everything from rental property, everything from raw land, everything from homes, everything from just investment, just sitting on a piece of property and just letting it acquire value. And you have to do your research, do your due diligence. Everything I share with you is just to lead you. It's just to take you. Look, this pond, if you're a fisherman, this pond right here, these fish are biting. I have bit from this pond right here. I know that these fish are biting. Now, how you cast your line, what bait you use, I can even share you some of the bait I use, but the results depend on you, the timing, and your research. You have to do your part. You have to do your research. All I can do is just share with you, hey, I've been over here and it's popping over here. I've been over here and it's popping over here. And it's up to you. You don't have to take these routes. You don't even have to look into it. But if you do, take the time and take the choice. This is your opportunity to do that. Once again, Resilient Dad, thank you so much. Bless up, bless up, bless up to you. And thank you so much for your support, because it's not in vain. It's not in vain. What you do by supporting this channel, you allow me to do more research and to share that more research and also expand my capabilities. You know, this mic comes at a cost. This camera comes at a cost. The cameras, the waterproof cameras come at a cost to show you the land, to show you the development of the land, to show you how to gas up the diesel comes at a cost. Everything comes at a cost. And by you supporting, you really help me get out information. You give me the flexibility. You give me the time to not just so focus on so many other things, but to focus on bringing content to you. So I'm hoping that it definitely can be some information you can use. It can benefit you. All in the soil. How you doing? How you doing? Miss All in the Soil. What's going on, Miss All in the Soil? Appreciate you. You ready? You ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Wanda. All right. All right. Wanda, how you doing? Wanda Call, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Haven't seen you before, but welcome in. And let's go ahead and jump on in. So as you all know, there's many ways to acquire land. But some of you all may not need to sleep on government auctions, right? There's a lot of different auctions. I'm listening to all these people over the internet giving a lot of information. And some of this stuff scares me, y'all. Understand this, nothing comes from nothing. Low-hanging fruit, be cautious of low-hanging fruit. Not to say it's not credible, not to say that it's not real, but understand, if someone telling you you got a Lamborghini over here and you can own this Lamborghini for $10.50 down and for $300 a month, fam, come on. The reason why I want to share with you government auctions, because this is the government, y'all. This is where we pay our taxes, right? They utilize a lot of different resources. Now, so let's talk about how the government acquires different things. The government intention is never to own a bunch of property. It's kind of like a bank that lending money. They don't want to own your house. They don't want to take your house. The only reason why people will acquire your house so they can use it for collateral, right? Government does not want to own a bunch of land. They don't want to sit on top of land. You're going to see more. I foresee. This is me and my crystal ball. Y'all can do your own research. Please do your own research. This is me, and this is for entertainment purposes. But if you glean an idea of some light, go ahead and move upon it. I foresee government liquidating more and more property over a period of time, and I don't want y'all to sleep on this. Let me share some reason why I foresee government liquidating property over time. As you all know, automation is taking over. As you all know, we are living in a digital world, and a lot of these positions and people, and I know that 2020 shed the light on how not only private sector companies do business, but as well as government entities do business. I think they're now really understanding that, hey, not only is most smaller government attractive to most states and most government entities, but what's going to accelerate it is through this automation, through this remote work, through a lot of different things where a lot of these big high rises, a lot of these complexes, these office complexes, a lot of this lease space, a lot of this owning property that's starting to become dilapidated, starting to become old, trying to keep it, trying to maintain it, and then trying to be conservative with taxpayers' money. We're going to watch over a period of decades that government entities are going to liquidate land. They're going to be liquidating good resourceful land, and there's other lands that you really need to wave your flag on. We may even see, depending on the financial crunch and how long it may last, we may even see some federal lands, some state park lands, or anything like that, depending on our leadership. Depends on a lot of different things where, if we have certain candidates that may come into office, there were already talks about liquidating federal land. So I want you to keep your eye out. I want you not to be flat-footed. I want you to be prepared. I want you to start getting familiar with some of these websites. And for those of you who have already acquired not just land, but resources, some of you have already acquired land and you need tools and you're starting to understand how expensive a tractor is, how expensive a skid steer, even a truck to pull that gear. Or some of you all need farm equipment, you need agriculture equipment, you need excavating equipment, you need a lot of different things because you're in a rural, unrestricted area, and to pay people to come out to those remote locations. And some of you all don't want people at those remote locations, but you need resources. So these are some alternative avenues that I want to encourage you. And for those of you who are knowledgeable, make sure you're sharing some good, credible information, not just thoughts and your opinions, but share some good, credible information because we want to add value to the watchers and to the listeners. So think about this now. If we're watching a momentum shift or some of these buildings, some of these complexes are starting to say, hey, we're going to put this in a way that government liquidates their assets is through auction. I don't care whether it's file desks, a box of scissors, a box of pens. If they can't utilize it in other departments and they have surplus, they auction it. A lot of times on the higher federal level, they may auction a lot of different things to the local cities and counties. But there's things that the cities and counties don't need, and there's things that the cities and counties liquidate too as well that they need to let go of. Because guess what? If you think about government, if the city owns a bunch of land, guess what's not being paid? The only way that government operates their infrastructure is through taxes, grants. So think about if they own land, they're sitting on land, every piece of property they own, if it's not saving money, being a cost saving, providing resource to the community, to the public, or providing safety, it's a depleting asset. It's not an asset. It's a liability. So a lot of things. That's the reason why they want to liquidate a lot of those things, because in order to maintain lands, in order to keep land healthy and all that, it's a cost. There's staffing. Reduction of staff and reduction of people equals lessening of property. So let's go in and let's take a look. I'm going to go in the chat and let's see. Let's see. The Educator National, how you doing, Tim? Good to see you. Good to see you. Rainy Storm, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now, one of the resources that I want to share with you is the Bureau of Land Management. We call it, every time we talk about government, you're going to hear me talk about government because I have a government background. I spent decades in government contracting as well as being a part of the government. So the Government loves to use acronyms. BLM, that is something that you want to look out for. Bureau of Land Management. That's one of the resources. We're going to only take a look at a few of them. There are going to be more down the line. I encourage you all, if you've not signed up for the newsletter, send me an email, econeighbor@gmail.com. August, we're getting ready to kick off the newsletter. Many of you all have already sent me an email, and all you just say, sign me up, or put newsletter in the title. You don't even have to write no letter, no application, no nothing. It's free. I will send it to you. And we're going to do a monthly newsletter. A lot of topics we cover. I'm going to give additional links and different resources, and we'll add upon some of these things that we talk about. So right now, because of time, I'm only going to go through just a few of these things. So here we go. We're going to go into the Bureau of Land Management. Let me share my screen. I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to take you there, right there with me. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Y'all give me a thumbs up if you see my screen, if you see the Bureau of Land Management. Give me a thumbs up if you see that on your screen. Give me a thumbs up if you see that. Family man, is that a thumbs up for you? I'm going to scroll all the way down. Give me a thumbs up if you see Bureau of Land Management. Shawnee, 2003, how you doing? Gigi, how you doing? Good morning, beautiful. How you doing? Good morning. Okay, I got the thumbs up. Let's go ahead and jump in. So first of all, the website is actually BLM. That's B as in boy, L as in Larry, M as in Mary .gov. Once you go into the actual BLM.gov, you're going to click on programs. That programs is going to be in the top, almost center of your screen, a little bit to your right. You're going to see programs, and it's going to be a pull down menu, and you're going to see a pull down menu, and you're going to look for land, realty / sales and exchanges. And once you go into there, it's going to take you to this website that you see right here. And once you click there, here is, first of all, get familiar with this website, y'all. This bureau has a lot of information. It talks about everything from what do you do. A lot of people don't understand. You are taxpayers. You pay taxes. You partially own this land. We as citizens, we own this land, y'all. There's lands throughout the whole nation, right? These lands, there are rules of engagement. You have access to a lot of these resources, and you have access to a lot of what this land has to offer. They have leases, they have permits. Some people lease land. I've known one guy, he leased some federal lands. They got long-term lease, they got short-term lease. You can get permits for hunting. You get permits for doing different things, different activities, as far as some of the natural resources too as well. So just understand there's a wealth of information. It's too much to go over, and a lot of these sites is just way too much to go over. But I want to talk about, you want to get familiar with the facts. The FAQ, look at the FAQ for the land sales before you go jumping in. Understand what you're getting into. Understand all of the information that's out there. There's a lot of resources, and it consistently changes. So get familiar with all of these different guidelines and rules before you start engaging here. But now we're going to go to sales and exchanges. Here you can find all kinds of different information. You can search lands. You can search federal public lands. You can search some of the purchases, the acquisitions. Anytime you see purchase and acquisition, that means I want to buy land. I'm looking to buy land. If you're looking to lease land, you're looking to even donate land. A lot of this website has a wealth of information. And like I said, I will not go through a lot of these websites because there's so much information. I'm just going to kind of hit the surface. Another website that I want to encourage you to get familiar with is govdeals.com. That's GOVDEALS.com. Now, let me put this disclosure. GovDeals, it sounds official. One thing, hold on, let me stop sharing my screen. I want y'all to see my eyes. I want you to see my face. I want you to understand something very clearly before we jump into this. Some sites, just because they have gov does not mean it's a government entity. Gov deals, there's a lot of other websites, there's surplus websites. What they are a subcontractor to the state and government, federal government. Gov Deals is not a government agency. They got the gov in there, but it's a private entity. Once again, if you saw my last live, anytime you see a website and it says .com or anything outside of .gov, typically .gov, or if you see something say .state, .us, those are typically government entities. Not always, but do your research. Those are typically government entities. And you want to make sure that you know who you're dealing with. You know who you're transacting with. So keep this in mind. It's just like you're renting a hotel. I said this before. If you want to go and stay in Orlando, you want to go on vacation, you book through booking.com, and then you book a hotel, Residency Inn or Marriott. You're not booking, your contract is not with Marriott, even though you're residing there, even though you're staying there. Your contract is with booking.com, okay? Anytime you don't go directly to the source and transaction and interact with the source, you have a go-between, and that's who your point of contact is. Now, they may say you can reach out to those government entities or whoever is managing those auctions, but when you do a transaction through like Gov Deals, that's your entity that you're transacting with. When you're dealing with GSA, which we're going to go through and take a look at GSA, and I'll show you what GSA is. That's a government entity. It's a big difference. So keep those things in mind. Pay attention to your websites that you're going to. If you look at the web address, look at About Me page, understand who you're contracting with, because anytime you may be acquiring something and it may be a government, but a government may be utilizing them or their platform to liquidate their property or their assets. So just keep that in mind. I just want you to be aware of that. Now, going back to Gov Deals, here, this site, man, I bought lots of I bought things by the lots. I bought things by the vehicles. A lot of this is a site that you can, it's free. You can go in here, you can sign up, you can register, you can create an account. And when I tell you it has everything, it has agriculture and forestry equipment, agriculture trailers. I mean, it's all here, y'all. When I tell you almost anything that the state or government, federal government utilize, they have a ton of different things. Even if you're thinking about opening up a business, some of you all may be thinking about opening up a business. Years ago, I owned a print shop and I needed equipment. I went through govdeals.com. A lot of times these state agencies are liquidating their small print shops. They're liquidating some of their print equipment, some of their print desktop, laptops, all kinds of different stuff. Or if you're on the Homestead and you look, like I said, you're looking for an excavator, you may be looking for some tools and some equipment, and you don't need them brand new, but you need good professional, good quality. And some of it is garbage and some of it is good. But typically, whenever they do go up for auction, you got to do your own research, do your research. If you can't get to the location, try to ask for many pictures, try to make sure you look for a point of contact and ask them a lot of different questions. But any way that you can, try to find an auction that's close to you. And I'm going to show you a little something. So if we want to go through a search, right, you can search by category, any type of category, from construction to consumer goods, electronics to educational. You can search by location. If I wanted to search by location, it'll allow me to search to the nearest auction. Look at this. It gives you the radius. How far do I want to go out? How far do I want to pick up any of this equipment? I can search here. I can key in my zip code. I can key in, like, say if I key in, let's see, 321709. I don't know if that's wait a minute. Hold on. 31. Let me take out the 2. Okay, I forgot I'm not sharing my screen. Let me share my screen. I'm sorry. Let me share my screen. I got caught up, y'all. Hold on for a second. Let me share my screen again. I'm sharing it. Oh, I just need to put it up here. Gotcha. Okay. So let me catch up. All right, here we are. Let me go back from the beginning. All right. So if you wanted to look, can y'all see Gov Deals? Hopefully you see Gov Deals right now. Let's see. I don't think I'm sharing Gov Deals. Hold on for 1 second. Let me share this Gov Deals. Present. Stop sharing. Share my screen. Bear with me 1 minute. Let me catch up. Here we go. All right, Gov Deals. Do y'all see Gov Deals? Give me a thumbs up if you can see Gov Deals. Y'all see Gov Deals? Give me a thumbs up, and then we're gonna go ahead and continue. Let's see. Goddess Leo, how you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning. Do y'all see my screen as far as Gov Deals? Let me know if you see Gov Deals or not. Okay, you see Gov Deals. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Let me go back to Gov Deals. So let's go back to the beginning. So Gov Deals. Here with Gov Deals, this is what the site should look like. And what you're going to do is you can go to this website right here, and there's various ways that you can search, right? You can search by category. You can search, and what it means by category, it shows you how many auctions are in there. It shows you consumer goods. It shows you educational equipment. If you're homeschooling or you think about starting maybe a child care center or any different things like this. And sometimes if you're thinking about different ideas to start your business on your homestead, or you just thinking about just starting a home-based business, some of these can be great resources. Not just when I say the homestead, you might have, imagine you got a community where you and 4 other people around the same age, you got young kids and y'all want to start a school. You got your own homestead and you want to build a dedicated building when you start your own school. And here it is where you can get educational equipment, you can get all kinds of different things. So you got to be creative. You got to look for different resources and look for different opportunities. Here you can search by location. In this search, you can just by the radius, through the miles, and you can just say you want to. I'm in a certain area. I don't want to look for nothing no more than 50 miles away. I can choose 50 miles away, and I can come in here and I can either show the map. I can click show the map, or I can key in zip code. And if I click on 31709 and click here, and the results will show me a map right here. Look how easy this is to use, y'all. It's just that easy. It shows you where the options are in this vicinity. Remember, I keyed in 50 miles radius. If I want to span it out, I could just easily come right here and just say, well, I think I can go maybe 75. Let's go 100 miles radius. Click the search button again, and look at that. Voila. Look at that, y'all. I can go and say, I think I can drive to Columbus, Georgia. Let's see what's over in Columbus, Georgia. I click on Columbus, Georgia, and it shows me, look at that, Columbus Police Department and Special Operations Unit. They have an option. It's something going on right now. They're posting different things. Over here by Eufaula, right here in Perry, Georgia, Cordell, Georgia, wherever. And I'm just using this zip code. It's a random zip code, but I'm just using that zip code. And here it is. You scroll down, it'll show you your distance from the closest auction from that zip code you chose, you submitted. It shows you who is the seller. It shows you the address, and then it shows you the number of items. Come on. It don't get no easier than this. And then you can key in, just say we take a look at what's going on. One item. Here it is. It's a 1997 GMC 3500 in Cordell, Georgia. Do your research. Some of this stuff, it might need an engine, it might need a transmission, or you might just need something to store some items that's protected on your property. You got to think outside the box. This is something that you'll have just for a short period of time, or you might have for a long period of time, or you might just have this as a little hangout retreat. Put you some solar panel system or whatever in here, and the bid right here shows you that it started at $600. And you can also key in to watch this item. It shows you when the auction closes and shows you all kinds of information. So if I clicked on here, it opens up and it shows me a wealth of information. It gives me pictures and photographs of the item that I'll be bidding on. It shows me the what type of condition it's in. And like I said, you think outside the box. This right here, instead of you might be paying $12,000 or $10,000 for a shed or something like that, you could probably have something like this. And once you get finished using it for temporary use, just say until you get your shed built, until you get anything on there, you can take this and get this brought in, and then you can scrap it if you wanted to. You can get rid of it and turn it into scrap, or you can take the bed off of it and create your own box, or you can fix it and use it for your business. So all I'm saying is there are opportunities, and not only do you see far as the actual property and different products, but guess what else they sell? They do auctions for land. So you have to look in here and look for property and look for land. And when you come through here, they got everything. Skid steer. Come on, landowners. Who can use a skid steer? It's so many different things that you can have, that you can do searches. You can do search. And I would just encourage you to take a look and explore the options that you could have right here at your fingertips. All right, another one that I want to share with you. Let me go to another one. Let me go back to the chat, make sure I'm not missing anybody or anything. Because sometimes I get caught up. I get real caught up in the situation, and I forget about my chat. Let's see. Did I see backup, please? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not sure where I needed a backup, but just take a look at govdeals.com. Don't see any questions. Do I have any questions before we keep moving? I want to go to the next one. Yeah, our family man says I use government auctions as well. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let me share my screen. Stop sharing. I know it's an easy way to do this. A little clunky, and I apologize, but I'm going to try to get through this. Person and property. Here we go. Here's another website. Let me go to where you can find this site is at GSA. That's G as in George, S as in Sam, A as in Atlanta, A as in Apple, U as in umbrella, C as in cat, T as in Tom, I as in igloo, O as in on, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam, .gov. So that's GSA auctions at .gov. Once you're there, you can click on auctions and click on the home. Now, right here, this is the United States government. This is a federal entity. GSA, the General Service Administration. I think that's what it means. I'm almost 100% General Service Administration. They liquidate part of their division. They liquidate property. They also do procurement. They do buying goods and services, and they also do auctions too as well. So if you have so much property that you need a helicopter, you can get a helicopter. You need a Lamborghini. Look, we just talked about a Lamborghini. You need a Lamborghini. You need a Bentley. You need an airplane. What I'm trying to share with you all, fam, you need two-way communicators. You need forklift. You need RV. Property. Look at this. Lab equipment, industrial equipment. And look over here to your right. GSA real estate. You can click, now this is going to take you to another portion of another site. And this shows you government auctions for land. Federal government auctions for land. You can go through here and look at commercial property, residential property, multiple residential property, industrial property, mixed use property, a whole variety. Right now, there's not a lot out there, but this changes. So keep this in your favorites, take a look and see what's out there. They got some property right here in Florida, looks like. If we click on here, we click on more details. Here's some land in Gainesville, Florida. Current bid is $25,000. And it's 4.6 acres. Undeveloped land surrounded by timberland. So this gives you a whole description. It says it's a $5,000 deposit down just to hold it when you get ready to bid. But this shows you all kinds of information. And just because of raw land, notice it got a gate right there. That gate right there, and with the post, that's infrastructure. Looks like it has roadways already carved out in there. Land is partially cleared. That's the cost savings, y'all. They got photographs of it. You can look at some of the plant life, the vegetation, different things like that. Like I said, here it is in the state of Florida, and it's in Gainesville, Florida area. That's an agriculture region. There's probably USDA loans that's available. There's probably a lot of different other things that's available too. But do your research, conduct your own research. But all I'm trying to do is just trying to get you to think outside the box and focus on some of these different alternatives, some of these different things and resources that you have. You have all of these resources at your fingertips. I would encourage you to utilize some of these things. Look with your local city government. I can't go through wherever you are, but no matter what county, you want to take your state, you want to take your county, you want to take on the cities, look for foreclosed property, look for tax liens, look for government-owned property that they were trying to liquidate. Some of it is great commercial property, and you can get it for a very great price. There may be also financing opportunities that can be utilized. Just say there could be grants out there. If you're looking at maybe purchasing some land from a government entity, you can get it at a reduced rate. And then you find out there may be some grants out there for if you hire someone with disabilities. And if it's something in maybe administrative or manufacturing, or you may have some training programs for people that are veterans, or maybe people with disabilities. There may be some grants out there that fund your whole program, not only your establishment, but to also help you with training, development, and they can also provide you different resources. If you work with your career resource centers or your unemployment offices, they can channel people to you too as well. So all I'm saying is sometimes with a little sweat equity, a little research, you can find a lot of different resources with very little out of pocket. And you on your budget can probably find something to get you started and to get you on your way. And even if you say, hey, I'm not ready to buy $25,000 worth of land or $50,000 worth of land, you might want to use some of the government auctions, just saying, hey, I know about printing and I know some equipment that I could buy on one of these auctions, and I could turn some screws and maybe buy a few parts, and I could turn around and sell this equipment that I got at a low, and I might invest $500 to $1,000, and I might could yield a return of $3,500. Now that $3,500, I could go back to the auction and purchase maybe a vehicle or something like that, pressure wash it, clean it, change the oil, put an alternator, put a starter on it. Think outside the box. And then now I could turn that $3,500 car into a $10,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 car. After a while, you see what I'm saying with the momentum. Now you're having $10,000 in your hand. Now you're having $12,000 in your hand. Now you're able to go and negotiate and to bid on some of these opportunities, or even take a look at different other websites that offer land or that offer equipment too as well. So don't sleep on the opportunity, and don't be so tunnel vision that you're only looking for one thing. Take your time and explore these sites. Look at these sites. Look and see what's available. Look and see what is the going auctions. What are people giving for different things? You may find when you look at some of these auctions, and you might ride around and you see some of these same items alongside the roadside or at stores or different places that you frequently visit, and you say, "Whoa, I seen some of this on this government website. I might could buy a lot of these objects, printers, copiers, or whatever, and I can turn around and sell some of these items either on eBay, or I could sell it on Facebook Marketplace." All I'm saying is times are challenging. Times are hard. Some of us are homesteaders. We're in rural areas. There's not a lot of jobs out there. There's not a lot of resources out there. Bring some of that revenue to you. Utilize this thing we call computer. Utilize these cell phones to take pictures and post items and sell items, and build your revenue base. And that way you can get in the game with investing. You can get in the game with acquiring different goods and services in so many different ways. And what it not only do, it will bring that gap a little bit closer and a little bit closer. So I just want to share some of those tidbits with you today. I'm hoping that some of those things will be beneficial to you. Take a look at some of these websites. And if you sign up with the newsletter, go ahead and send me econeighbor@gmail.com. Say sign me up, or say newsletter, or sign me up with the newsletter in your subject or the body. And then what I'll do, I'll definitely put you on the list, and come August, look for your online version of the newsletter. And we're going to be sharing and going a little bit deeper, giving you highlights of what's going on the homestead, different things that I'm learning, sharing, and some things I can't share here on this platform, but some things I can. But like I said, I appreciate y'all's support. I appreciate you coming in. I'm going to check the chat one more time before I go ahead and get out. Do you all have any questions or even some comments? Have you all put in the comment if you utilize some of these websites, and if you have actually bought some things or even participated in some of the government auction? Share with us some of your experiences and some of the things that you have observed and some of the things that you have encountered. So please take the time and do that. And I would love to kind of share it with the audience as well, because some people, they just listening. They're working and they're listening. Some people put it on the replay. They may be in their gardens. They may be traveling, and they're just listening in. And even though you put it in the chat, some people can't read the chat. So I'm going to go in here and take a look and see what we have. Let's see. Everybody speaking. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Any questions? I can use that. That's what's up. Yes, you're right, family man. Easy access. I mean, these things are right here. Resilient Dad, 100. Is that this stuff is free, y'all. Get in the game. And no matter what, even with that search, you can search by opening bid, price, and different stuff like that. I'm trying to tell y'all, I have won bids and drove, like, I'll give you a class example. I won, this is how random this stuff can be. I found a pallet of gears, and it was gears and bearings. That's what it was. It was gears and bearings. I had no use for these gears and bearings. But what I did, I took a look at the auction, and I saw that there was a pallet full of brand new gears and bearings, still in the pack, still in the wrapper. And this is full transparency now. I sat there and looked at the gears, and I went on eBay, I went on Google, and this was years ago, when a lot of resources that you have now, they wasn't even available. but I went and I looked and see what was going price of some of those gears and those bearings. And the way that I looked at it, I want that lot, that pallet of gears and bearings for around, I think it's around $200. $200. And I kid you not, off of 2 items, I made my money back. And I'm telling you, it was a pallet full of them. So you do the math. It kept me eating. The sales didn't come fast, but every month or two, I would sell a gear. I would sell a little something. I put it all on eBay, and I put them individual. And some of them, I put them in a lot, and I gave them a price they couldn't refuse. Because once you make your money back, it's gravy. Once you make your money back, it's gravy, y'all. If you buy a lot of something, or if you buy a few of things, they got printers, they got monitors, they got keyboards, they got different things that you could buy and just say, I want to purchase this excavator. I want to purchase this plow, or I want to purchase this tiller. And the tiller costs me $1,000 and I don't have $1,000. Use some of these options. And if it's around your backyard or around your corner, and you go and you take your truck or you take your car, you take your SUV, you take your minivan. I would put stuff in my minivan. All we had was a minivan. I had a Geo Metro. Some of the stuff be hanging out my Geo Metro, but I took it back to the house and I could utilize some of it. I took what I could utilize and I sold the rest. So there's opportunities. Do your research, do some studying, do some fact finding. You'll be amazed on what you can find. Good morning, Sylvia. How you doing, Garden Adventures? Good to see you this morning. Good to see you. I got a generator from Gov Auction. See, here we go. Resilient Dad. I got a generator from Gov Auction, and that thing run like it's stolen. So many gems, fam. There is no excuse when you are folks. There's no excuse. Should nothing keep you separated from what you want? Should nothing keep you separated? Think outside the box. Try some things you haven't tried before. Do it low. I got a budget of $100. I don't know nothing about nothing, but you'll be amazed. They may have quilting, because you got to think about it. They got federal hospitals. They got federal child care centers. They got federal and state, let me say federal and state and county. They have all kinds of different things. And you never know what they may be liquidating. And you think something that you do or some of your hobbies that you do may not be there. You go through there and you take a look and you might see some things, and you might be able to pull out what you want and what you need at a reduced rate, and then turn around and sell to other, or even donate. A lot of y'all are part of nonprofit organizations. You give. Some of y'all do tax deferred items. Some nonprofit organizations, you see they struggling. They need a certain piece of equipment. They need a certain thing. You might bid on something and get it for next to nothing, and you could donate it to that charitable organization. I mean, it's so many ways you can help and you can assist and you can be a resource to other people. And it doesn't require a lot. Other than just maybe a little time and a little due diligence and do a little research, right? So just think about that. I appreciate that, Resilience, sharing your testimony. Sweet Thumb says, I might need a helicopter and a Lamborghini. So I feel you. I don't know about a Lamborghini unless it's a truck. I mean, everything here, I need clearance. But I feel you. The helicopter had me. Yeah. I mean, and matter of fact, helicopter rides, whatever. Or I might buy the helicopter and turn around and sell and break it down and sell the parts, because some things are more valuable sold in parts than a whole. You know what I'm saying? I've seen times I would buy a car, especially if it's a hot car, a Honda Accord, a Dodge Charger. It may be wrecked in the back, but I'll turn around. It's total car. I'll buy that car for $200, and I'll take the light bulb, I'll take the light headlights out, I'll take the front bumper off, I'll take the hood. I wouldn't take it off physically. I'll take a picture of it, park it somewhere, in the back where I don't have to see it. Take a picture of the hood, put the hood on Craigslist, put the hood on eBay, put the hood in the local swap meet, paper, whatever. And I know somebody own a Dodge Charger. I know somebody own a Honda Accord. And then I put a price tag. I paid $200 for the scrap car. Paid $50 to have it here delivered because it wasn't that far. You know what I'm saying? The windshield alone, I could have sold for $200 or $300. You know, the mirror, review mirror, $50, $30. You know, people need stuff. You find something hot, you find something you somewhat know about, and you turn around and you liquidate it. Liquidate. Think outside the box. When a good deal is a good deal, you got one car with 500 parts. If you got enough room in a place where it won't be such of a hassle and you don't have the HOAs or nothing like that, I could tuck a car somewhere back here and just tuck it back here and then just sell the parts. Matter of fact, Gigi, I'm already on it. I'm gonna find me a popular car, and I'm gonna find me a red car if I can find one, and I'm gonna sit it back. I'm gonna take pictures of the parts, and I'm gonna sell them online. Yeah, I mean, it's all there. It's all there. I apologize. I see scroll up, scroll down. I apologize, y'all. But just hit the replay. Go to the website. Take your time. Next time, I'm gonna try to do better with I get excited. I'm gonna try to do better with paying attention with the chat and coincide with the chat. So it's all developing. Wow. Gigi said, wow, I would be curious to see the final bid on that one. Yeah, it's out there, y'all. Long-term investment. Think long. Some stuff is long-term and some stuff is short-term. Like I said, if you're trying to acquire something that's large, you want this $200,000, $300,000 house, and you might want to finance this house, and you trying to figure out, even with 3.5% down with the FHA, I still need $5,000. Where in the world, if I'm barely paying my bills, I'm gonna find $5,000? I can put $200 down. You might not want to go and compromise your $200 on a whim or scam somewhere. You might want to take your $200 and go invest in something that you can be awarded and touch and feel, and stack that 200 and keep doubling it. I've done it for so many years. If I ain't got a $200, I take the $200 and I go find something that I know somebody won't. Or if I don't know what people buying, go to marketplaces and go to eBay and see top sellers. Choose a category and see top sellers. Go to Amazon and see top sellers. You know, it's so many resources out there, y'all. If it's houseware, cookware, top sellers of houseware, cookware, top sellers of used cookware. And these resources, they out here, y'all. It's right here. I appreciate that, family man. Just sharing testimony of things, been through, done that. Appreciate that, Kathy B. Thank you. Gigi said, it's been a long time since I bought off of Gov. You already know we'll buy it. Our garage was full of stuff. We couldn't even put the cars in. Gigi said, I'm sick of shipping stuff. I'm just sick of going to the mail. I mean, we had DHL coming, picking up stuff. We had, what was that? RHL or I had motors, transmissions, anything I could move, I would move it. You know what I'm saying? Because people will buy it. Sweet Dawn says, heard about them, but never did the government auction. Look into it. That's all I'm asking. Just look into it. You may find it may be beneficial. You may find that it may not even be beneficial at all. It don't hurt just to take that time and just get curious and take your time with being open-minded. That's the whole key. When you go into these websites, it's the same way I teach people to contract with state government years ago. When you're a vendor, don't try to sell government with what you provide. Look and see what the government is buying and see if you can align your services with what government is buying. Because it's much harder to sell something that is established, a business that is established, or a government entity that is established They even went so deep where they got procurement codes, they got descriptions and everything because they buy so much of it. It's much more easier to be like, hey, I got some of that same stuff you're buying, and I can add more value than what you're buying, or I can give it at a reduced rate than what you're buying, or my service or my warranty may be better than what you're buying than it is you trying to get in the door, find out who's buying it, and you find out nobody's buying it, no one's interested in it. Now you got to go in there, you got to find some people that's not busy. Once you find the people that are not busy, you got to get them to believe and trust who you are. Then once you do that, then you got to sell them that and teach them that they need what you're selling. And once you do that, then you got to find who can make the decision to buy it, because the person that needs it typically ain't the one that's buying it. There's levels to that. It's too much. Not to say it can't be obtainable, but you're taking a long route. Let's try this. Find something that they're buying. And I know I'm on a tangent, but I want to, the spirit led me to talk about this. Find something that the government entity is buying. Find value in what you're selling that you can either save them time, money, effort, or you can add value behind the product, or you can add something to what you're selling. Then build a rapport, develop the relationship. Once you develop the relationship, then you can sell them something that they never knew about, understood, didn't have a concept about. Then now, because they know you, they like you, they trust you, that makes it a whole lot easier to sell them something they never heard about, they never knew about, and now they had an opportunity to buy because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. It's the same thing. At the end of the day, we're dealing with people. Just catching a lot. What's up? Come on in, Brother Lawrence. We getting ready to bring it on to a close, but thank you, man, for coming in. Always appreciate you. You're always about it. Matter of fact, I don't know what. Yeah, I have to go back and do that. Yeah, Brother Lawrence. Hold on for 1 second. Can I do it from here? Yeah, I got you. Okay. Welcome on in, Brother Lawrence. Thank you. Family Man says, I bought a property from Zillow 3 years ago. Should have never sold it. I feel you. I got a property, man. I said I should have never sold it. Lord knows I shouldn't have sold it. I couldn't imagine what it's going for right now. Let's see. You talking Sweet Thumb? Family Man said, I've also bought property on Craigslist. You know, a lot of people, they get scared of Craigslist. When I was a photographer, I bought camera gear. I bought lenses that may have been $2,500 brand new and rarely used. I bought lenses for like half of what it went for brand new. I bought camera gear. Did I buy a car from Craigslist? I don't think I bought a car from Craigslist. I bought a lot from Craigslist, some other lawn care stuff. The only thing that I always tell people with Craigslist, the way that you can pacify anytime where you can meet somebody in a police station or anywhere near where there's security and guards or a large number of people. I met people at rest stops where there was armed guards, and we sat right there. I parked right there next to the armed guard. I mean, there's so many ways that you can reduce that amount, because a lot of people, they have reluctancies to doing things online and doing transactions because they're worried about meeting up with the people. Meet up with the people at the police station. I mean, cross from the police station in the parking lot. You know, it's a substation somewhere. They don't want to meet that frees you up from any doubt or what have you, you know. But hey, you meet a nut gonna do it in front of police station or not. I mean, it's just a chance we take. It's called life. It's called life, y'all. Man, you in the I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Definitely helped me think I signed about this morning. You're welcome, baby. You're welcome. And I know we need encouragement every day. It's helping me too. And I just want to share it because things gonna get tough and things gonna get hard, and I'm gonna wind this thing down. I don't really see nothing You remind me why I like being in sales. Offering more than what you take is very rewarding. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Um, One thing I want to encourage y'all. I'm seeing a lot of videos out here, y'all, where people are dismayed. People are getting frustrated. Some people losing their jobs, some people quitting their jobs, some people starting a homestead, and then now they have walked away from what they call everyday living, and they get a little scared. They get a little panicky because things are not materializing the way they hope that they may materialize. Even for me, it's a challenge out here getting consistent income and diversifying and cultivating and building, because building a business takes time. It's just like raising a child, it's just having your own baby. You started on the infant milk, and you cultivate it and you build it and you keep feeding it, and the baby will grow and develop, and eventually the baby will sustain itself, and hopefully that business will sustain you. Some businesses jump off just like that, and some businesses take time. And you go into different markets. There's people buying land, places they're not familiar with, states they're not familiar with, regulations they're not familiar with. And if you're in a rural area, you may not have internet. You may not have traffic. Some people say, I'm going to grow some food, and I'm going to have a fruit stand. I'm going to have a garden. I'm going to have a nursery. I'm going to sell on the plot of my land, on the corner of my land. Some people don't realize you got to rezone that piece of property. You may get by with maybe a weekend sale or two, but after a while, you start generating revenue. Your business can be compromised where it may not be zoned for commercial use. Or you might not have traffic. You might be so far back in the woods or whatever. It's great, but now you need to self-sustain yourself, and you realize I can't get internet and I don't have traffic to sell my wood working it. So I got to go here. I got to do this. I got to pay for venue space. I got to do this. But I'm trying to encourage you, don't be dismayed. Don't give up. Your dream, your ideas were there for a purpose. Live into them, but don't box yourself into just being one-dimensional. Look and see other opportunities and complement your skill set with those opportunities. There's things that you may not have a knowledge about, but you, like Kathy B said, you might have a knowledge about sales. You might have a knowledge about marketing. You may have a knowledge about desktop publishing. You can put a mean ad together, and then you might just say, hey, I want to post this. Or you might never did an auction, but you might go in and you look at some YouTube video, you look at some tutorial, and you might do the auctions. Don't let auctions scare you. You buy some of this stuff off auction, who would say you can't auction it off and resell it? You can resell it. If you're worried about losing money when you do things like this, set your base buy now price. You can put buy now prices on eBay. You can also set your limit where the auctions start at a minimum. So when you see that light come on, you say, cha-ching, I make my money back. If I bought something for $100 and I start my bid at $100, and you see somebody put in, you can do like this. At least I made my money back. And then as you keep getting those alerts, it's fun, it's exciting. Watching something you put online and you just watching it manifest to be like, man, I paid $100 and people give me $1,000, give me $900 for this. Because they may not have access to that in their area, their region. With me, it used to be classic cars. I could go down the road years ago before people went on a binge of crushing cars. I hate that. But I used to go somewhere down the road or what have you, and I could find a car in someone's yard and something went out and they were just sick of it. I seen time when people said, I'm not putting another dime in this car, and it was a starter or a battery, or the gas tank need dropping and cleaning, or the carburetor might need cleaning. And I turn around and clean the carburetor, put a pressure washer on it, put some tires on it, put a new battery in it, and put it on the auction. Or it got so real that I didn't even move it out to people's yard. I just said, hey, how much would you be willing to take for that? And I didn't even, or maybe a mechanic shop or a junkyard. How much you willing to sell for that? I took multiple pictures of that and never bought the thing, and then turned around and took a picture of it and put it online. And guess what happened? Someone won, they paid PayPal. I went and bought it. I put some money to hold it. Don't get it twisted. I put a little money to hold it. I said, give me a month. Give me a month to see. I want to hold it for right now. $50, $25. Oh, it's been sitting up for years. I don't care nothing about that. Sure, you can just go ahead and do that. And then they did it. And I sold it. And guess what? When I sold it, it was paid for. Where you pick it up? I give you the address to pick it up. They picked it up from there. I didn't even touch the stuff. People do that with Walmart clothes. People do it with sales clothes. People do it in all kinds of ways. So think outside the box, fam. Some of you all are in rural areas. You got a country store. Get to know the people at the country store. Sometimes they may sell honeys. They may sell different things that no one else has access to. You may collaborate with them. They may have cookbooks. They may have something that their grandmama do, knitting, quilting, whatever. Form a collaboration with them. Just say, hey, I see you selling this item. Can we do a collaboration? Can you give me 10, 15% off of this? And then meanwhile, I can sell multiple ones. You know what I'm saying? Think outside the box. Don't give up. Don't close your mind. Be creative. You can still obtain what you want. It just, you might have to go a different route. You may have to go a different path. So all I'm saying is don't give up, y'all. You can go and you can do this thing. I know you can. Don't worry about no economy. Don't worry about none of that. Learn what people want and learn the value of what people are willing to pay for. And if you can get it under that and you get access to it and you can give it to a platform where people can see it and buy it and sell it, most of your work is done. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I hope y'all have a beautiful Monday. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. And hopefully these were some tidbits, some information you can use. Y'all take care, stay blessed, stay cool, and in some cases, stay dry, and just take care of each other, love each other, and be there for one another. Y'all take care and stay blessed. And until the next time, don't forget that y'all keep on growing. Grow. Take care, y'all. Know I love you.